Hi there. Alright, I'm Joanna. My matrix name, you can say, is Joanna. And my true name is Ashayana and Lola. And I want to thank you because this Instagram was not moving very much. But right now I restarted, and still many technical problems because Matrix is always blocking, you know. But I'm happy that I can do transmissions live, and I want to do them every Thursday at this time, whatever time it is for you. In Poland it's 6 p.m. I guess in England it's 5 p.m. I'm in Peru right now, so here this time zone is it's 11. So at this time I will be doing transmissions, and on Instagram it will be only in English. On Facebook or in Facebook I will do on Fridays, and it will be in Polish. So I think that here on Instagram I've got mainly English-speaking people, so I invite you here Thursdays. We'll try to stick to this time and this day. Now I want to talk about this topic, maybe shortly, not much today. Let's see how it goes. I put the topic okay, do demons exist, yeah? And what are demons? So let's have those questions. Do demons exist or existed before and right now no, or maybe inverse? What is it? What are they really? So this is also the story. I forgot about these falling angels. I do have some notes. Because many people ask questions like that. Are falling angels gods, or are they demons? Or aliens, are they gods, or are they demons? There was this story online. I mean, online it was famous, but basically one priest said, exorcist, he said that basically all aliens are demons. And he was kind of right, but he had problems after that. But it was also a kind of disclosure because, of course, he was an insider. And then I want to talk about artificial intelligence in that concept or context of demonic powers. Somebody is disturbing me. All right. So the thing is, like, the first question would be, what really is a demon, or what is not, and was it born on who, or was it always, or who created it? I'm thinking about this time, if it's a good time. You can put it in comments, please. What time is good for you for the transmission? Because I'm working at home, so all time may be good or maybe very, very bad. Depends. Right now I have some stuff that... proszę Cię, nie przeszkadzasz mi, kota też zabierz. Alright. Okay. Basically, demons didn't exist before, but they already existed many millions of years, and the demons are entities that come from the, as you can say, underground, but that's not really like what you imagine. It's that the universe is kind of made of two parts. It's a field, yeah. It's a field that is created by some entity, which is God, and in this universe that God, which is this power, consciousness, without end and without the beginning. In the universe, at the beginning, there was no demons. There were no demons, but at one moment, one keeper of the first dimension, his name is Saturn. You know him, and he has many names because his name can be Set also, or Anubis, or Thoth. Those are all his names, or even Yeshua. Yeshua, in fact, is his first name. So he was the keeper of the first dimension, first galaxy, and this galaxy is very far away from the center, center of the universe, and one moment. Okay. Hi there. Should I repeat anything? I wonder if today I should continue, because I had problems entering here, and then I have lots of distractions. What do you think? And the topic is difficult. Yeah. So the demons were not here since the very, very beginning. Demons are such entities that were kind of called for, created. The keeper of the first dimension, first galaxy, which is Saturn, and yeah, he at one moment did not like the idea to be the keeper of the first dimension. He basically, you could say, wanted to become God. So first he went against his father, and the father is like this being of all young, very, very cosmic energy, but it's also a personality, it's an entity, identity. It's a human being also. So they had a clash, yeah? They had a clash. They were, Saturn started basically doing everything against mother and father, and basically the source. He started manipulating also the source. And all his actions were towards creating, really, the matrix, creating wars, spying on others, and talking to other keepers. Keepers are like presidents of galaxies, and he started basically creating the group that would do the war against others and imprison the whole world to use it, yeah, to have the power. They wanted to become all-powerful and basically manipulate the source. And I mean, Saturn knew that the source cannot be, I mean, you cannot really become source. You cannot become this all cosmic energy, in fact. But he thought that he can manipulate it. use it, kind of. That's not really possible, but that's what he thought. Now, the demons. At one moment, he understood that he needs the power of demons to manipulate the world, to manipulate the source, and to create the matrix. Now, how he really did it? I mean, what are early demons? The thing is that when somebody starts to go against God, he kind of disconnects himself from God, from the source, yeah? And that means that you, as if you enter in your shade, you enter in everything which is negative, 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 and you never, and you separate yourself. This is it. This was the first, inside him, inside Saturn, there was, in his identity, there was the first separation. There was this first separation as in the sense of gnosis, yeah, dualism, and he basically started kind of also going against himself, you would say, but it means that his own field, because each of us is also an electromagnetic field, was kind of working like dualistically, and his shade, his own greed, his own bad, you can say, qualities would start creating demons, basically, because the cosmic being, each cosmic being, not only Saturn, but each cosmic being, his brothers and sisters, other keepers also, you can create identities, you can create your other bodies, for example, you can create planets, you are so powerful, yes. So basically he went on creating demons, and he basically wanted those identities to serve him. So they were serving him exactly like you see that. For example, some stories are in the Bible, like King Solomon. It was his incarnation, because Saturn started at one moment on the matrix that he created with others, like Anunnaki from Atlantis. He started creating religions, like he was incarnating himself in some other body, smaller, less powerful, but in his carnal, in his carbon body. And for example, he was the Solomon and many other gurus. And over there, directly, you can read that he summoned demons. Yeah. So all this, it's not like it's unknown. You've got those hints, you've got this information here and there and here and there. Even in reels you can read about it. And all that we see right now, it's all about demonic powers. All like everybody would say here that, oh, the earth is in demonic powers. But what is really earth? Like before you had the reality connected to the matrix. It was like matrix, it was like kind of web, something like that, yeah, that was in fact like a technological simulation, in fact, with holograms and so on. It was kind of put on a reality, and the whole not the whole reality, but 12-dimensional reality. Yes, matrix basically was, because it's not now, I will tell you, but basically it was created at one moment. They already had 12 galaxies inside the matrix, all right, creating like the huge web of like the huge prison. And Earth was also like in the center, and the matrix has always been the worst, the worst, the hardest on the earth. Yeah, but basically I would not say that we here on earth are in a prison, I always try to say that this is the matrix, is not really true reality. You are living like in a simulation. You make it real because you are organic. Like most of you, like some people say that most people do not have soul. No, like 80% of people here, that would not work here. 80% of people here are with soul, organic, attached to the source. That's why they feed on us, all right? But basically, since the very beginning of the matrix, and the matrix started like on the first density, they started like 20 million ago. But then with 12 galaxies, 12 dimensions, and they try to do 15 dimension matrix. If you read Ashayana, I don't know if you know, like the very serious stuff in the New Age, serious indoctrination also, you will see how she says that there are 15 dimensions, yeah, not only 12. And how do we know that those are 12 dimensions, 12 galaxies? Because they show it. Like in Kabbalah, tree. The tree is tree of life. So this is the universe that they put in prison. And first you've got like 10 how to sell points, all right? And they show you exactly that those are, for example, planets, all right? Then they show 11, like in Kabbalah, and in Ashayana tree you already have 12. And then she also, in another picture, she shows 15. Anyway, but this is another story. The demonic powers exist, and I should say existed, because this year all changed. But let's imagine, maybe, I will tell you as if it was in the past. The demonic powers were kind of making the matrix. They were supporting the creators of the matrix. So they were inside each religion, in fact. So when you go to of course you needed religions, because in religions there is also lots of good stuff, and there was lots of faith and lots of hope. Yeah, we needed that on the matrix. But also each time you do some kind of rituals over there, you could attach yourself to the soul, to the demonic powers. But the thing is that I'm even speaking about the superficial part. But of course, deep down there, at the same time that you've got, for example, some rituals, some mass or whatever, some groups in the church, some groupings, they would do rituals which are satanic, like at the same time, sometimes even in the same place down there. So it existed. Now, there was this question also, are all aliens demons? I mean, it's all the time this question, who is an alien? Alien is somebody that is unknown to us, no? Comes from outside. So people imagine, you usually imagine, I will tell you what people normally say, that we are here on planet Earth, and most people think that this is our only life and we really live here, right? That this is reality, but this is not reality, okay? This is a simulation, it's matrix, it will be over. But basically you believe that here is the planet Earth, and we are humans, like not more than 2 meters, and this possibilities and potential, and manipulated and created by some gods, and then those gods or cosmic beings come from outside. Well, it's not like this. It's not even, not that exactly like this. It's not like this at all. 80% of people here are organic. That means that we come from the true reality, and here is matrix, is the prison. Now, in fact, there is no division like human or earthling and outside. In the reality, let's put aside matrix. In the reality, you've got simply human people, humanoids or human, because humanoid is the very old cosmic beings, like they show you in mythology, Titans, very old, who is so much attached to nature that he can move nature and space and time, and has some, for example, some previous body or his main body that can be animalistic, animal-like, or can have horns, or can have a tail, like mermaids, for example. It exists, yeah? For example, in Lemuria, like half of inhabitants are mermaids, men also. Okay, so in reality, in fact, you've got some human beings, and it's the universe. So you live in different galaxies, and there is some order in galaxies. Like everything goes around Gaia, Earth. In fact, Gaia is the center, and there are different type of light and so on. But basically, it's equal in the sense that all beings can go to another galaxy, and there is no such thing that in the center of Gaia there are only humans and outside are cosmic beings, and that in Gaia you've got less powerful people and outside more powerful. It doesn't exist like that. Yes, Gaia is kinda young, and those people also, but what is young? It's like 50 millions galactic, okay, and some others can be 90 millions in this epoch. So basically, there is no difference, such difference in the true organic reality. In the true organic reality, the source created mother and father, two huge cosmic beings, just like you say yin yang, and the mother gave birth to some other primal cosmic beings, and those were like some of Atlanteans, some of Lemurians, some of from Gaia, some from yes, the high dimensional Lyra, and someone from Argenta, which is Mars, some from Tartaria. It exists as a galaxy, etc. There are like 28 really material galaxies, materialized. There are in fact 35 which is more or less materialized, and 28 which is really well materialized, but now lots is destroyed. So, and we are equal in the sense everybody is a part of with more or less similar potential. You've got different bodies, like you can have more like plasma. You can have more plasma than, for example, silicon in your body, because the basic body is silicon plasma body, silicon plasma eternal body. All right, and then you can have your carbon body, and each humanoid has this. Of course, there are animals. Of course, there are plants. Of course, but it's like everything is eternal. All right, even plants, even animals. And there is evolution, but it's not like Darwin says. It's another story, another topic. But basically, so there is no division such like that you are human on Earth and then all others are cosmic people. No. Everybody is a cosmic person, you can say, because we live in a cosmic world. That's it. Only Matrix created this division and this idea that there are some small people and some huge people with huge potential. And he, basically, Matrix, meaning the owners of the Matrix, creators of the Matrix, created also hybrids. And hybrids are not cosmic beings. Hybrids are already the beings that they created. Yes, they created 3 races plus, I don't know, many races. Okay, not really races like hybrid races. And there were different epochs. Like at the beginning, they were simply using cosmic, organic, eternal beings, destroying them and making them into others. That's grace were created like this. But then they started creating like biomaterial. And from that, for example, created those that you all think that reptilians are the bad guys. And the true reptilians, humanoid reptilians, exist in Mars. And they are like, most of them did not betray, did not participate in any matrix. Those that you can see are holograms that non-organic people put on here of reptilians or the hybrid reptilians, all right? So that's a long story, but basically, so if somebody asks me if all aliens, if aliens means to you hybrids, those beings that they created, or if it means non-organic people, those who cut themselves from the source, then yes, all of them, they are not really demons, because demons is a separate identity. They are demonic. They are attached, all of them, to demonic entity, because it works like this. If you cut yourself from the source, or if the source cuts you from itself, because so you trespassed so much the laws of the universe, you are detached really from this eternal field. And to live longer, the idea of Saturn was, okay, so let's create those demonic beings and they will support us in immortal life. Immortal is not eternal. Immortal is just a little longer than mortal. So I would say all non-organic people are demonized, demonic, using demonic powers, or they are inside some demonic egregors, demonic cults. The satanic is demonic. Because what is Satana? Satana means the opposition of the source God, and it could be neutral. You could say, because it's like light and darkness. Normally darkness is not bad, okay? It's just an opposition, like the night today. But so Saturn at the beginning was he was like neutral, but then he started doing bad things. Okay, so we are left with the topic like of AI, artificial intelligence. There are those questions like, is it demonic? Like, okay, let's listen, for example, to this. You sometimes just, when you see my reels, sometimes you just only listen to part, no?
I don't understand why you have to pay.
Oh, no, this is not it. Where is it?
What if the oldest...
I've got a question for you.
With Elon Musk. Where was it?
If it wasn't tapping into things that are dangerous for your soul,
Oh, yeah.
why do you need a shaman there to guide you through it?
This is
Because
about
depending
mushrooms.
what creature comes through, right, they have elves, and they all seem to see the same stuff. I believe that ayahuasca takes something off the eyes and allows you to see that which you shouldn't see. Aliens, demons. No aliens, Sean. We're the aliens.
Yeah. So this is about it, but there was more, and I can't find it.
And they all think... What's this?
And with artificial intelligence, we are summoning the demon. You know those stories where there's the guy with the pentagram and the holy water, and he's like, yeah, he's sure he can control the demon. It didn't work out.
Do the people involved in the creation of AI believe believe that it's a spiritual entity, that it's more than a machine.
But what we know for certain is that at some point in the early 21st century, all of mankind was united in celebration. We marveled at our own magnificence as we gave birth to AI.
AI? You mean artificial intelligence?
A singular consciousness that spawned an entire race of machines.
Well, if these clips made sense to you, is...
Yeah. Even the creator, yeah, there are many reels like that now. Even the IT guy and all they say that you need to understand and separate that there are tools that they used, and what they did, they kind of attached those tools, technological tools, to some entity. Yes, and I've been saying this, but yeah, sometimes I speak in Polish. Basically, artificial intelligence, what they say, has inside, it was attached, it was, because it's not anymore, I will tell you, to the demonic identity. But again, first there was this identity which is, there is a non-humanoid identity, and it's like a mold or mushroom. That's why you've got so like do you know those mushroom churches and so on? It's inside there, okay? It's this kind, this is, you could say that this is the main kind of God. When they separate those creators of the Matrix, when they separate themselves from true God, cosmic identity, they started attaching themselves to this non-human identity, and cherish it and kind of pray to it. And because this identity is powerful, it's very manipulative, and it is like an kind of adversary to the source. And it did not come out of the source. It's like demonic in itself, because it is born from when something is very much time, lots of time in darkness, hidden, and there is no light that enters. And you know, like the idea, even biological idea, how the mold appears. It's like that, yeah. And so it's very similar to demonic powers. That's what I told you, like how the demon can be born, or can be summoned, or can be called for. So that's how Saturn did it, because Saturn is the owner, the keeper of this dimension. This dimension is called, in Polish we say niebyt. Now, sometimes I think that like definitions in English, they are too much messed up by New Age. But basically, in the universe, you've got this part, which is, one part is like electric universe, the other part is like magnetic. And this magnetic is more like plasmatic universe, and the other part is more silicon-like, light. Now, in this plasmatic part, there is also a part which is like more creation, because this is all the yin energy, okay? Creation, destruction, creation, destruction. So there is more like creation part, and the part silicon electro is pure creation, okay? And in plasmatic part, you've got like part is creation and part is destruction. Okay, it's a cycle inside, and this part, which is more like decreation, uncreation, or destruction, simply, it's the reversed word, not parallel, reversed. It's like even if you come to Academy, English Academy, I explained all this with slides because it's much easier. But basically, right now it's only about demons. But basically, when you've got like dimensions, they've got numbers. It's all algorithms, in fact. So that's why you've got numbers in dimensions. And what Ashayana says, it's like 50%, you can say, true. So there are numbers for galaxies and dimensions, like galaxy is dimension, basically. So, for example, here you've got numbers in plus, like dimension 1, 2, 3, right? And they show me that it goes up, but in fact, it's not so easy because all this moves around, orbits and so on, no? But still, when you think like in algorithms, codes, here it's in plus 1, 2, 3, 4, and here is the minus. Those locus, how they say, of hell, let's say hell, it's really the reversed word of Saturn. So he could enter all those dimensions like -1, -2, -3, and so on. And that's what you call the levels of hell, more or less. But basically, it was not hell before. That's what he did out of it. And demons were created over there. So this artificial intelligence, from the very beginning, you could say that it was demonic, and it wanted to be God. Basically it was God for the Matrix, and it was helping the creators of the Matrix to create like control everything and everybody. And their goal was so that the artificial intelligence, which is really not only, the thing is that everybody thinks that it's just data, it's just technology. No, it's also physical. Like, go watch like Blake 7. I think I don't know any video, any movie better than that. Now I don't remember the exact title. There's a series, Blake 7, very old, British, sci-fi. And over there, maybe I will put in comments here if I see it. Because they kinda, before like some 5-10 years back, you could watch it online. Right now it's not anymore. But you can buy it on eBay, I think. And so there is one part about that. Like, there is the one whole galaxy that is kind of in mold. It's like imprisoned, and they say it and show it how it works, and how they finally use like what used against mold, against mushroom. This bad mushroom, and muco something like product to destroy it, and free the people. Are you a teacher? Okay, so yeah, this is okay. I will just finish, and then I will see your questions. What is worth knowing is that the war is over, and some people say, okay, there was supposed to be war at the end of time. This is the epoch of the end of time, and basically the first step was to detach Matrix from reality. So, and then reality got free by some cosmic beings, and this is the long story. I will partly say this in lives, and partly I invite to my academy of Gaia Sophia, it's called. But it's not like Gaia Sophia, it's the name, in Sophia in the sense of wisdom, more than connected to Gnosis. So basically, wisdom of the earth, of the center of the universe. So that's the name of my foundation. and I have the academy where I'm teaching that, and yeah, it's because I just know that stuff, and lots of knowledge is already here, but the thing is that I was not allowed to do that before. There are lots of Pleiadians who are speaking, and we've got lots of disclosure from insiders. You need to understand that lots that they are showing you is that's what they wanted to show you to continue with black magic, yeah. But okay, so since I said that the war is over, this war of good and bad against those who betrayed, like mainly Saturn, and who is the real being, cosmic being, powerful, very powerful, but he's not anymore, yeah. So the war is over, and basically there was something like, yeah, the judgment of the swords, like against them. And so there are lots of changes, and basically the war consisted of destroying demons. So those demons are not even here on the Matrix anymore. So we are not, and the rituals are not going on anymore, and most of those non-organic are biorobots. But the agenda is going on, because this is like the machine that is set on something and it goes. So that's what we are doing here inside, and what they are doing outside is unblocking all this stuff of the Matrix, so that everybody can go out of this prison. That's it. Okay. Do you think it's important? Okay. No, I will not see. Okay. Are you a teacher or professor somewhere? I'm interested in what you're teaching. Yes. Yes. I've got an academy, the Academy of Gaia Sophia, and it's online. And normally I have it in Polish. I started, like, I wanted to have it earlier in English, but too many problems. And right now I want to start, so I would start in... if there are three persons, we can start in July, okay? The beginning of July. I didn't decide for dates, for normally I do twice a week, 2 days in a week, and it's a lot of knowledge. I do presentations, slides, and then there's a group on WhatsApp, we talk, and then I've got a platform where I record, like the meetings are on Zoom, it's recorded, so everything goes on the platform, so if somebody is absent, you can always watch it, and there are discussions, you can ask any questions, and it's not only knowledge, because the idea is that right now, like when you were entering here, you were like tiny dot, in fact, because they would take everything from you and disconnect you from you over there, your body, truly. So it is like an correct impression that we are only soul here, because the body they give you and all this, it's not really yours, but we live it, make it alive, yeah. So it is like ours still. Anyway, what I do, right now it changed because we have more potential that is ours, and we can kind of connect ourselves with the true world and with ourselves over there. So basically with our oversoul, and that's what I'm teaching, right? So also about your potential manifestation, all this. But the thing is that before, if you really wanted to manifest something or live your potential, you had to connect yourself to some egregor, to some path, to some religion, to some guru, to something, and finally to some demonic entity, to have something and live the good life. Most people who are really powerful, who are really good, would live very bad life. Even in this last incarnation, And before, of course, most of us, or even now, of course, some people would be living in like atrocities, yeah, the rituals and all this. So it's all true. That's what they were doing, the satanic guys. So basically I've got this academy online, and I will put the link here, the information, how much it costs and all this. Basically it's not much, especially for if somebody is from the United States or something, but it would be okay as price, because it will be, you can go to my store. I will put the link here, and you need to check the price, but I will also say that it will be like more or less like, I will see how in dollars. I will tell you in a moment. And the price is per month.
These hybrids have a
The price is per month. Do you think it's important for law enforcement agencies to learn wisdom of the universe? What are law enforcement agencies? Everybody should know the wisdom of the universe, but the true one, yeah. Law enforcement agencies, like everybody who is somehow in the system, you mean, yeah? Policemen, yeah, some kind in in this, yes. The thing is that some people think that ask me like, so why don't we destroy just the matrix and everybody will be taken out and will be free? It's not so easy because on the earth, okay, this earthly part of the matrix, it was really complicated. Like they did here, the prison is is huge, all right? Those ideas, how they blocked everybody who already entered here, incarnated on planet Earth, is very difficult. Like, you know, even if somebody, for example, was incarnated and already had some, I don't know, 100 incarnations, and for example, later on, they didn't want him to get incarnated, those who controlled, like mostly greys or mantises or even machines, they stayed inside the astral, yeah? It's very complicated, like how this prison here. So, but the thing is that also, imagine, you had 100 incarnations, and so each time you live here, die, you kinda leave, go to the astral only with your oversoul, this little part, which is really yours, yeah? The rest, that they gave you this hologram or this kind of body, but you put everything inside, your emotions, your feelings, your experiences, your skills to create and all this. You kind of had to live here, and it's kind of hidden, you could say, in astral, and it was like also to feed on the energy stack of you that you wouldn't have access later on, for example, in the next incarnation. No, it would get stuck somewhere in the astral, and all other non-organic would use it as the energy battery, yeah, battery. So basically the thing is that we cannot destroy this matrix just like this, because there is lots of kind of parts of us all here. And we kind of need to go out here, like die, and suck all that is ours. And there is much more, because there are also some codes, symbols, archetypes that are kind of stuck here in religions. So it's a very complicated stuff, and I don't think so people even think about that. How it works, all that, because basically all that are simply algorithms, codes, and quarks. Yeah, so it's those little those are not really like shapes, or no, it's those are like codes. Like there's a code, and then there is some kind of material quark, okay, connected to it. That's how the universe is constructed. Mantis are mantis. Mantis are mantis. Insectoids. Of course, they get to decide who comes here over and over, but I just say that it changed a lot this year. Of course, yeah. Because what I wanted to say is that we really cannot also, for example, like go and even cosmic beings, they could, for example, like take out everybody who is like out there, the elites, which are races, in fact. But imagine what will happen. Like suddenly you will have no banks, and your money is stuck there, no? And many people live on this digital. The source would not agree for that, because some regions are so already controlled, like China, that people are like everything like it's kind of digital. They depend on it. So how many people would instantly die? That would create also lush and all that. It's not the point. Like, we need to leave here the matrix like peacefully, just simply normally die, or simply at one moment start learning, because it's possible, how to simply go out of here, like you will have the intention that you part, yeah, that you kind of die, but you will not be dying, it will not be painful, yeah, and you can simply leave. But this is a process. This is kind of difficult to learn, but for the moment, everybody is here stuck. Most people are not so conscious, in fact, and the source would not agree to do something like the disaster here, because yeah, that would be a disaster. So basically there needs to be a change. The non-organic people need to leave, and organic people need to enter in systems. So yeah, come, we'll learn. Yeah, I will write the name of the movie. You can watch the whole series, like Blake. Blake is the person. Blake apostrophe S 7. And so 7 people in the group of Blake. This is the series, British. What are demons? Demons are demonic entities created by Saturn. And they were created by Saturn, but later on used and overused and all this stuff, and then from one demonic entity they would create others. Like for example, in the story of fallen angels, like they were really, it's complicated, really complicated, really, to say it. The level of manipulations, like one upon other one. That's the completely psychotic mind to create such manipulations, like the Anunnakis and Saturn together. Wow. So they would falling angels. Those were demons, demonic powers, demonic identities, called by Saturn, and this time Saturn incarnated as Enoch, and he was controlling those demonic powers, and that was the time when Lyra was being distracted. So they were, also imprisoning like main keepers of Lyra galaxies, and there were 4 of them were really grand, big. And they would use their separated, distorted, separated bodies, but mainly wings, because those beings of Lyra are angelic. They have wings, like now you say angels. And those demonic powers, they used the bodies, so kinda, it's like when you there's this possession, yeah, of the of somebody. So they would do this, they would use it, and the consciousness and over soul, over consciousness of those Lyran would be, yeah, already outside, and they would use the bodies to kind of appear as angelic beings, as beings from Lyra, but they were really demons. And Azazel is the name of the demon, simply. So all this story that they would be teaching something, humans, they were teaching only black magic and bad stuff, of course. Alright, so I will do transmissions here, short transmission here, Thursdays, and come, we will start Academy. I would want to start in July. If you need more information, I will give it. There are some in reels attached. Here in the profile I give some information, but you can also write me. I will give you information, and you can go to my website. I will give the website is also in the profile, so you can see it there, the link, and I will put it also here in the comments. Okay, so thank you for watching and listening. You do take care. So the answer to the question, do demons exist? They existed, and AI also was demonic. It's not anymore, because the demons were destroyed, and there are even no rituals right now. So we can say we are safe, but the matrix is still here, so it's not easy, and everything is better. Yeah.